Go live.
Yep, we are going live. We are as live as we're likely to be. Right. Well, in case there's somebody here watching later, this is what we're going to do right now, and you will be seeing later. This is a kit I got. Oh, I think I either got it for one of the kids or my parents got it for me. It's so old. I've had it so long. And it's full of lovely stuff like hieroglyphics in little stamps. These are lovely little vulture and various other things, all spelling out stuff. And the book tells you quite a bit of information. And this grid here tells you what some of the letters do. Like some of them are O, some of them are P, some are PH. You've got an H and you've got another kind of H, all that kind of thing. You've got an H over here and I think you've got another. There's two different types of H. They tell you what it pronounces. Never mind all that. That's too intense. But they're lovely little stamps. And I will maybe be using those later on some lovely, lovely papyrus. Maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two pieces aside for later. Sorry, these two pieces aside for later to go with some other pieces I have ready. And these will go aside for something else, which I will explain later. And these are the colours of the papers I'm going to be using to cover the big box. Now, the big box, let me remove some of the other things from it, which I've already got ready. This is the big box. You can see it. It's just a cardboard box. I got it, I don't know what from. It probably had some chocolates or something in it. And yeah, they will be good chocolates because they're organic and made without added sugar at all. So they only use fruit sugars from the fruits they're using. So there's the box. So in order to make a nice box, we're going to cover it with some of this lovely paper I've got here. All these lovely colours here. Now, to make these, I used two colours. I used, not that one, I used this one. Bittersweet Vine, which is a Tattered Angels colour.
I can see it.
And I used, for the other colour, doing things just falling over. One of these. This is the new one. The other one's around somewhere. It's turquoise, and it's a Seth Apter Aladdin Eyes Ink spray. So it's a dye ink. Now, I must have just knocked the other one over because I had it there all ready to go. Isn't this always the way? There's always something falls down. I don't want to open a new one when I've still got a fair bit of the other one left, you know. Probably dropped it on the floor or something. Oh, well.
I'm just going to post in Fibsville that we're on.
Okay. That's another turquoise, but that's got colour in it, mica in it. I don't want to use that. There we are, right in front of me, right behind my coffee cup, teacup.
Right in front of your face.
It always is. So those are the colours I'm going to use.
Okay.
Now I'm going to remove these because these are dry and they're what I'll be using. But to show you how I did it, I will demonstrate. Right, let's pop these things over here. And we'll pull down this big plastic bag, which is what I use to protect the screen of my monitor and anything else I don't particularly want colours going into. So I've got Bittersweet Vine and I've got my other colour, my turquoise. Now, grab some paper. I'm using A3, so it's quite large. This is just copier paper though, so it's really simple. It's nothing expensive. So I've got some nice sheets of it here. I'll do one now. And all I do is I use the Bittersweet Vine. It's got mica in it, so you've got to shake it. Make sure I've got it all mixed in. And then I just go completely nuts Here we go.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
Why? I want to go nuts now.
Teresa's here and she says there's no sound.
Oh. No sound. Oh, heck. Why is there no sound?
I can hear you.
Oh. What have I done wrong? I did test the mic, didn't I?
Well, yeah, and look down below and make sure your mic is working. And
It's not on mute.
so go to cam mic and make sure that is set. Audio.
Yeah, I already did that once, yeah. Audio.
Because I can hear you.
Yeah, it's on the correct ones. I don't think it's my end. No, I don't see what else. It's saying it's green. It's working fine, yeah. Digital audio interface from Camlink 4, which is my camera, yeah. So I don't think it's me, darling. I think it might be at the other end.
Yeah, I told her to check her volume.
Uh-huh. Well, I'll carry on with spraying in case anybody else.
Go ahead. We can overdub if worse comes to worse. Keep going. Is that
Keep
the bittersweet vine?
Yeah, this is the bittersweet vine. It's got
Okay.
good mica in it, but I like to get a good coverage of the colour first, especially around the edges, because I want this to look like old rusty something. Metal, possibly. So I just get a good coverage on. And then I stop spraying so freely and I sort of try and get it to go like that. So you sort of do what Tim Holtz tells you to do and you sort of press it down a little bit and slowly so you get big blobs.
Oh.
And if you can't do that, the other way to do it is
Right.
just undo it and there's there you go, lovely stuff. Way. In fact, if you've got an eyedropper, you can just put an eyedropper in there and just squit bits all over. But I like to do it this way because it gives me a little bit of control, so I can get a nice, delicate little amount. So it's like little raindrops. There we go. So that's that one. And the next step is to pick up the turquoise and do the same thing with the turquoise, but not with the big floods. You're trying not to do the big floods. So I'm trying to do it very delicately, half depressing it and then trying to get little bits out like that. Sometimes you get a bit, but it doesn't matter. You just don't want a huge lot.
Right.
And again, this one, you can just do this.
You're basically just accenting what you've already put down there, just adding
Well,
a little.
you're trying to get the verdigris effect, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
The blue.
And I seem to remember you would always choose 3 colors when you worked with stuff, and this time you've only got 2.
Yeah, well, it's all I need. Because I've got the different contrasting colours with bittersweet vine and using the whole flood and little spots
Yep.
and spots of the blue. Now, I quite like these bits, but I don't like too much of them. So I might do a little bit more with the spray bits just to try and get a little bit there. Just a little bit. You've got to be careful not to do too much because you don't want it to be totally covered. That's a little bit too much, that one. But it's okay. It's bearable. There we go. Personally, I don't mind getting mucky, which is good because I do it quite often. So that's that one. Okay, so we'll put that one aside to dry. Now, I've done loads. I've done a Blue Peter and I've got loads ready because I knew it was going to take a while to dry these things and I wanted to do it immediately. So I'll bung that over there to dry. And the next thing we want to do, now because I'm using a different colour, I'm going to just wipe this up. Normally, I wouldn't do that. Normally, I would put something else on to soak up the colours. But I do use these tissues in various things, so I won't be throwing it away. I'll still be using it. You still see me?
I can still see you. I can still see hear you. It's just Teresa still can't hear us, and I can't figure out why. You just keep going.
I will. Okay. So the next thing is we need to colour this little box, because this is going inside the big box, and I've previously put 2 or 3 layers of white gesso on it. So it's got colour on it.
Yeah,
Now, I'm
it did need-
testing various colours, and this is iZink Dye Spray T from Seth Apter's choice.
upside
I
down.
like that. But I've got quite a lot of other things as well I quite like. There's a Tattered Angels coffee shop. That's really rather good. I do like that one. Where's that one? Tattered Angels coffee shop. Not that one. Because I could have put it away. It's very likely. I do that. Put things away and then I say, I want that one. I haven't got it. But I have got the box just behind me, so it should be quite easy to access. I just remove some bits. I'm always having to remove bits. I find you're always losing stuff. Oh, I can lose stuff just by turning around and suddenly it's gone. And there's a couple of other things to colour as well. So actually I might do that because I've got quite a lot of those, and that's the turquoise. Let's do this while we've got the turquoise. We'll put that away for a minute and do the turquoise. This is another piece. Now for this, I used a Sizzix Tim Holtz Alterations die. This die. Sorry, wrong way around. This die. This one, I mean, it's all one, but... And I cut them out. And the bit that you normally throw away, I kept. It's supposed to be a torn notebook. I kept the excess bit. And I did lots of those. So I've got them all ready. I kept the excess bit. And I did lots of those. So I've got them all ready. Hello, am I sort of in a loop? I kept the excess bit. And I did lots of those. I appear to be in a loop. Where is coffee shop? There's nothing there. Oh, Tattered Angels. Oh, there's Tattered Angels. It's always
something.
always something. Here we are. Lots of lovely colours. But in the meantime, I'm going to spray that one with the turquoise because it needs quite a bit of colour. Like that. So I'll let that dry a bit and then spray it a bit more. And there's some other pieces we're going to do as well.
That's one of my favorite colors, that blue right there.
Yes.
I love that look. Oh, and by the way, I'm watching us on YouTube on my tablet, and the sound is fine over there. The volume, everything. So I don't know. I wish I could figure out what Teresa's problem is, but so far you're doing good.
Okay.
Nothing to worry about.
I'm giving this quite a lot. Now, what I would do, what I did with the other ones, is I came back with a little bit of bittersweet vine after this was dry, just a little bit from a distance to give it that little bit of the gold. That's the mica that's in there, just to let it highlight. Plus, I also turned this over and dipped it in the splodges to get even more bits, so that I ended up with something that looks like that.
Beautiful.
A lot more to it. It's got depth and it's got speckles.
Yep.
Pretty good.
You're teaching me how to do layers like that because I'm paying attention.
I also like to sort of tilt it that way so that the colour runs down onto the blobs. Because I like the blobs to have some colour like that, you see.
Cool.
So that will go away to dry. and I found Coffee Shop.
Good.
But there's also another piece we've got to do, like these. Well, I want to do because I want to combine the two. This is another Sizzix die. I think it's called Borders.
Come forward a little bit. There you go. Oh yeah, see? That's very good. Yep.
And it's so effective on top of the dry turquoise. It really is. It's stunning. So I'll find one of those. I'm sure I had one ready. Here we are. So we'll just do... Now, what was that? We figured out it was bittersweet vine.
No, I thought that was aspen yellow and
yeah, you're right. It was aspen yellow. Yes.
and pineapple.
Quite right, yes. Or golden sunflower.
Oh, no. Well, no. You stuck with aspen. You laid down the aspen yellow and then the pineapple over that. Because I thought because first you did it the other way and then aspen yellow and pineapple.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's aspen yellow. I just dropped one. And that's another bittersweet vine. I've got all the bittersweet vine now because I stocked up.
Yeah, you're hoarding it. You're a hoarder. Nobody else is ever going to have any now.
Oh, poor things. Well, I've got the aspen yellow. Where's the... Look, I can't find the... This one. Yes, I can. So I've got pineapple, but I tried it also with... golden sunflower, and it works just the same with those two, and then followed with the aspen yellow, because the aspen yellow is a sort of pale browny color and it's got a bit of bronzy sort of mica in that one. So let's do it with the original pineapple. It's a yellow. It's quite a bright yellow. That's the point.
Yeah.
So bright yellow.
Yeah, that's really bright. Yep.
Doesn't matter if you get a little bit of green in with it, as long as it's not flooded with it. And that, I tried it both ways. I tried it both with putting it on with the pineapple when it was
wet. Yes.
And then
dry.
Putting
Wait for it to dry. It worked
the yellow one when it was dry. If you put it on when it's dry, you get a slightly different effect, but it's not a great difference. So I just had that there, and then that goes to dry as well. And I've got quite a few ready, so that's all right.
It's because you're the mad scientist. Yes, master.
That's the idea. Yeah, you got a better accent than me. It's not fair. I just have to be the mad scientist.
Yes, that's your voice right there.
And you get to be Igor. Yes, master.
Yes, master. Do I get a hump?
I think playing those. Oh, if you want one. I think that those sort of characters give you the most fun to play. So
Yeah.
I played a genie in a panto, and I played a mean and nasty old woman who always tried to get her own way. And it was so much fun playing her. It really was. It was sort of shades of me mother. Now then, back to... Oh, don't throw this away, because we're back to the box and Coffee Shop, which I've got out. I think Coffee Shop is a lovely, lovely colour. It's a fairly new one, I think, because I got this from Linda Israel, this one. So it's quite a sort of bronzy, darkish, sort of reddish sort of colour. Quite good, I think. So we'll have a go with that. Now,
Okay.
as I say, I've painted this with white gesso a couple of times. So it's probably going to run a bit.
Cool.
Now, I'll probably have to come back and do a bit more. because I haven't done
Yay,
that.
she got sound. Yay.
Oh, hooray. Oh, I'm so glad. It's awful when you can't get sound.
Right? Okay, that being said, I want to give out a shout out to Teresa C. Little Sister Spitfire because she has her own YouTube channel and does some wonderful videos, show and tell of die cuts. Thank you, Teresa, for joining us.
See, if I was doing this without having stuff ready, I would let that sit for a while and let this dry off a bit and then come back and soak some up. But as we don't really have time to do that, I'm going to try and heat this up a bit and try and do it a bit fast.
Don't melt your plastic.
Now I'm holding it up away from it.
Well, I'm doodling, while you're doing that, I'm doodling hieroglyphics that I found.
Well, I'll tell you what, while you're doing that, let me get back to my screen because I can't see a dang thing at the moment. I tried to fix my sound. Let me do...
You're welcome, Teresa. You know I love you. There, see, I'm just doing a few hieroglyphics. This top one I found is a leg. Oops, she lost me. This one, I'm not sure what it is, but I see it in a lot of the, and I'm sorry it's so light. I see it in a lot of the hieroglyphics. And then this one down here I'm working on is the eye. I don't know if you could see that well.
Yep.
I'm not very good at this, but what the hey, what the hey. It's kind of fun.
There you go. I can see you now.
You can see me? Yep.
Yeah.
This would be more fun if I had cookies. I know it looks like chevrons, and that's what we would call it, but I don't remember what the term for it is in hieroglyphics, Teresa. Fran,
water. I think
what?
that's water.
Oh, water? Oh, like the weaves. Oh, yeah,
yep.
Okay. So Fran has that hieroglyphic kit that tells you what it is.
Yeah, you can look them up online and it tells you what they are.
Okay, so I see a hieroglyphic that looks like a bowl with a handle, the chevron on top, and then a hand above that. So that would make sense.
I think the bowl with the handle at the side is a basket. I don't know what it means though.
Yeah. Well, all I know is there's the picture I'm looking at shows the basket with the water over top of it, so above it. So that makes sense.
They've got different sounds as well as being pictorial. They've got different sounds.
Oh yeah, you said that. And their drawings, I'm telling you, for the most part, are very basic, very easy to, even though I can't draw mountains and valleys.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa, to turn on the computer, we usually push the button. Well, she said she had a computer. She didn't know how to turn it on.
Yeah. I had one of those for ages.
It's called push the button. Plug it in.
Call the husband and ask him to do it for you. It's usually what I do. I usually go, Ian, I can't get it to work.
Not me.
No, you're the one who knows how to do it.
Yep.
So I've got quite some nice colour here now.
Okay,
Well,
put your
see.
screen back. You're all on me. Get me off of here.
I know. I'm doing it.
Igor wants to go away. Nope, not that one either. Get the other one. Take me
Oh.
away. There you go. Now we can see your mess. Okay, hold the box. There you go. Oh, that worked out well for me.
Yeah, I'm just adding some texture to the sides by plunging it into the pools. Yeah, I'm just going to give that another drying. It dries quite fast, and you can always add some more later. It's supposed to look old, you see, so nice and dirty and grungy.
Teresa, I got to tell you, I got an early birthday present, a big early birthday present. I bought a Silhouette Cameo 4.
She's been naughty.
Well, I got a Spirograph kit set too, so you know. I probably shouldn't say that or show the picture on here because of copyright, but shoot, didn't think of that. Delete, beep, beep, beep. Well, you said Seth after, but you could say that.
Yeah. Well, it's got his name on the bottle, so.
Yep. Thanks, Teresa. I just got it yesterday, and I played a little bit with it last night and this morning. So, man, we should do a room, get a room together and play.
Yeah.
I gotta get Nettie in a room with my Silhouette.
There we are. I'm going to leave that for now. That's pretty good. The inside's a bit plain, but then it would have been less coloured because it was covered, wouldn't it?
Did you paint the inside too?
Yep.
Okay, so it took it really well.
Yep. But I can't press the inside down onto the
Right.
I can press this
Well,
inside.
yeah, you could go that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So, just another texture.
Well, if that's the case, I just got just a little box. I was showing Teresa. You keep going. Keep going. Don't you stop. I was big enough. There.
People want to see what you're talking about. It's easier when it's bigger.
I was in a room this morning or yesterday, and Ann Lair and she was doing more than me. She was showing me how to use them. It was pretty cool. A lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
If you like to just go round and round and make designs, that's pretty cool.
Good for mandalas and things like that, I think, Spirograph.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just got to figure out how to use it. Yeah, right. See, Teresa has the same one. Do you have the case, Teresa, that's metal? It's a metal kit or a metal box? Because I like that.
Right, so we've got a box. I had an idea.
Box.
But, what I'm going to put in it is something I made out of air dry clay. And we'll talk about that later because first we're going to cover the other box with some of the paper we made earlier.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this one.
So we're going to choose some paper out of all these.
Well, I had to buy my own, Teresa, but I'm glad you got a daughter. Oh, go get some coffee. Yeah, can't do this without coffee.
I like that one.
If you were here, you'd see I watched Mad Frankie make these papers, and it was fun.
What did Mad Frankie do with the box? There's the box. There we go.
Okay, make me small. Get me off of there. Bye-bye. See you. I'm going small. There we go. Okay, now I can see your papers.
Can you hear the relief in her voice? Right, one sheet. One sheet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that piece with that sheet. Oh, no, I've lost myself. That's bad. So I'm going to, yeah, about like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to make a right mess of this because I don't think it's going to go on terribly well. So I'm going to, I need a card. Is that valid? No, it's all right. It's a few years out.
What are you going to use for adhesive?
It's Fabrifix.
Okay. Okay.
So, and it dries fairly good, doesn't it? I mean, it's not too bad. At
Right.
all.
Kind of wish you had made a template of the thing and then cut it out, the paper out. You know what I'm saying? And then put it on. Does that make sense?
No. You mean cut it to size? Well, I don't. I just bend it over. It'll end up all right.
Yeah, you figure it out. You're the mad scientist.
Certainly trying. Well, the mad part is working anyway. The scientific bit may end up blowing up. Whee!
We made it here, and we're live, and we've got sound, and we've got video, and we've got at least one person watching, maybe two. Oh no, I'm the other person. Never mind. So that's the start. We're doing good. We're having fun.
Squid it around a bit so it's not too lumpy. Right, bring it on. More or less even, you know, I mean, science it ain't. Mad it probably is. So that's on.
What is this thing I'm making here? What is that called? I can't remember how to say it.
Ank?
Ink.
I can't quite see. Yes, Ank, yes.
Ink.
That's the Ank.
Ink. I don't know what I was thinking of.
The sign for eternal life.
Well, at least you knew what it was, so it must mean I'm drawing it well enough.
Well, I knew what it was when you stopped waving the paper around.
Well, I don't know where this I need a laser coming down off my camera to show me where the best.
Yeah.
There's a laser dot right there. That's what you want to see right there.
Right. So I'm just bending it over where the edge is so I know where that is. And I'm going to get my scissors.
She's got scissors.
I have got scissors. And I'm just going to make a little cut there. Right. That. And another little cut like that.
Okay.
There. And do the same here. Cut down.
Oh, I see. I forgot about those little flaps.
Yeah. And another one that's going to go. Right, so I can bend it over. So I want one there as well.
See, that's what I should have done because my box is not working. Your box came out better than mine. I can't find the box. Because I made the box and I was using torn paper to build it up.
Yeah. Well, that will make it difficult to close, won't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. You betcha. You got it. See, I don't think of those things till after the fact.
And that's all the way down.
And it's got the flaps like that. That's what made me think of it. And those flaps don't want to go in the little slots because they're built up.
Yeah. Well, I'm only oh dear.
I know. Where were you when I needed you?
In England? Probably asleep.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Now that you say that.
Or in a hospital.
Well, did you go there today at all?
No. Well,
No.
I didn't know what time everybody was going to turn up because although the builder said he was going to turn up between 10 and 11 and didn't come till 12, the others didn't say when they were coming. I just said they'd phone when they were close, and they phoned about 11. No, they phoned about 10:30, actually, 10, half 10. So it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, but that's enough to do for one day.
Well, there's still some more to come, you see, more equipment, but I don't know when. So it would be handy to know, because then I know when I can go into the hospital. I had a holiday yesterday. I'm not supposed to have too many. I should wonder whether I still exist.
A nice dinner out.
I'm just going to cut a curve on there because I feel that would help. And I'm going to chop those off there. So I'm going to stick them down. One.
You're a little off camera right there.
Sorry.
Okay, gotcha. That's fine. That's fine.
That's what I need. Somebody to tell me when I'm out of shot, because I am always out of shot.
Nope, I'm here. Okay, I see. So you slit them like that. That makes sense. Then, yeah, especially rounded.
Yeah.
And you
So-
can even cut them shorter.
Yeah, well, I'm going to cut the other one shorter up there in a minute when I've got the glue on. I'm going to cut it there, like that, to get rid of that bit. Don't need him. Cut another one there. I'm sorry I have to take this off because I've got to be able to reach it.
Yeah,
Right. Should be enough.
that's
So
all right. When you get it, then you can put it back. That's all right.
yes. All I've done is I've cut two more little bits so I can fold that one and then that one and then that one. So it will all work out. Just to create the curve. See, this is dry already. You see, that's why I like Fabrifix because it is it Fabrifix or Fabri-Tac? I can never remember.
I think there are two different things, and it depends on what the bottle says. I don't know.
Mine is Fabri-Tac.
Okay.
I know you can get Fabrifix in the US, but I can't. I can only get Fabri-Tac. There we go.
Yep, that's not very good. That won't do it all.
Just going to trim that bit again because I don't want that overlapping. Now this is going to be a bit bare, but tough. Right. I'm going to do two there, I think. Two. Because it's quite a sharp corner, that. Just so it doesn't catch on anything. Right. Last two. Come on, gravity, help. That's the thing, you see. You think you've got everything under control and then, you know, the glue won't come out the bottle.
That's why I have a cap upside down and I set it down on that. So the glue is always in the tip.
Mm-hmm.
And then my tip doesn't harden up either.
Uh-huh. I tried that and you know what happened?
Knocked it over and lost it.
No. I got a pool of glue in the jar.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, you don't have, yeah, okay. Well, then don't stand it up. Just keep it laying down and it won't stay so close to the tip and spill out, but it'll still be close. Look at that. That's pretty paper.
It's not bad, is it?
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to snip
You're
there.
gonna have to cut that little piece, aren't you?
Snip that there. And snip that there. So I'm going to do the same with the other side, you see.
Right.
So I'm just going to bend that and pop it in.
Now I'm trying to think of a name for the squiggly rope.
Well, in the book, they called it rope.
Okay. Then I don't have to think so hard now, do I? Got it.
I mean, it's probably got a name or something, but don't know. All
Well,
these things.
I'll tell you what, most of the hieroglyphics I see, they're pretty basic things. They're not really difficult to figure out. But I think what I'd like to see though is I'd like to see some plants and flowers from way back then. You know, like they would be
There's a
different.
lotus, isn't there?
Say what?
Lotus.
Oh, lotus, yeah.
Yeah, and papyrus reed.
Oh, you're good.
I don't know that there's all that much else. I don't know. I don't think they even bothered with a palm tree.
Well, I don't know that there would be drawings or anything, but as far as hieroglyphics, but it's just be cool to see the plant life from back then.
Yes. Well, there used to be something called I think it was called a blue lotus, and it was meant to confer eternal life or something, or great happiness or something. And I think it went extinct. But I think they found some seeds in a tomb, and they germinated, which is awesome.
Fish. I see fish a lot too. I wonder if there's a hieroglyphic for that.
Don't know. There must be somewhere, surely. I mean, they've got crocodile. They've got.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hippopotamus. I'm just going to trim this bit here.
Okay. There's some interesting non-object designs that I've found. They're not a pot or a basket or whatever. They're just like doodles or patterns, and they're pretty interesting patterns.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm enjoying looking at them.
Sounds fascinating.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that should be drawn.
You haven't got them around, have you?
The what?
You haven't got them there, have you?
Oh no, they're no, nothing in front of me. Nope, nothing to show you. Can't do that. But if you go on, well, I go on Pinterest. I know you don't like Pinterest, but I go on Pinterest or
it's just because I'm used to it.
Yeah, right. But I see a lot of different
board. And I made a few boards and put things on it, and then just went on using Facebook.
Right. Well, you're busy. You have a life off the computer. That's why.
Well, yeah, true.
So it's okay.
Enough. Fold the ovary. Nice clean lines. There we go. You can do the same with the other side. And then you do the same with the other part of the box. And I'm not going to go on with that because I only need the top to show you the bit I want to show you.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then do I get to see the completed, the top?
Yeah.
The top?
Well, you will do when I finished it, but there's various things we're going to do with the top.
Oh, so patience, grasshopper.
Oh, that may be a good idea, yeah.
So there.
Yeah.
You want to play in my sandbox, you have to play my way.
Yeah.
I got to go look at my notes because I set them down and now I can't find my notes. There they are. Never mind. What are we doing here? Oh, wrong notes. Those are my notes to help Carol. Let's see. Go back to you. Da, 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 da. Oh, I don't want to get ahead of you. Oh.
This is the long bit, but we need to have it all set down. I'm putting glue on all of it so I can do it all in one go. Oh, that will speed things up a bit. Right, this one. This one. Snip that bit off because it's too much. Ditto with that.
There you go.
And then this one, we'll fold over.
Will you put some kind of paper over all of that so you don't see it? Because then it really
Well,
gets
over that, yeah, I'll be putting something sort of lining the inside, yeah.
still probably won't be as thick as what I did.
Oh, I don't know. It's heading that way. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to cut that off. Sorry, I'm just going to cut this bit off. Flush with that flange. I suppose you'd call it a flange, wouldn't you?
I thought it was a tab.
Oh, tab, yeah, that's a better word. Right. Has that one got any glue on it? It's got a bit, but it's gone dry now, I think. So we'll do that again. Good. Foldy, foldy. This one.
Foldy, foldy.
Foldy, foldy. And then this one. Foldy, foldy. So I've got to do this side same way. Do that. What I'm doing is I'm trying to trim this to match the angle here, you see. Like that. I'm trying not to get glue onto my mouse. Failure. Right, I'm going to cut that as well. A bit more cutty. There we go. So I'm going to put that one down there. I was thinking you might be able to use something like a, well, I use something called a colour catcher sheet, which is something we have in this country, but I think you have something called a bounty sheet in the UN.
Dryer sheet.
Dryer sheet.
Dryer sheet.
That's the one. That's what I was trying to think of.
What would you do with that?
You can use it to line the inside. Use a few of them. Dye them with some various colours, you know, whatever colour you like.
Oh, neat idea.
Line the inside. That way you've got a soft lining, you see.
Excellent idea. Well, you know, the other thing is, especially these days, I don't use dryer sheets. I don't use anything. I use, I have yarn balls in my dryer. They beat it out of it. But these days we go through a lot of baby wipes.
Yes. So you can use those, or the tissues were for when you're mopping up colour.
Right.
Yeah, let it intensify in the colour, and then you've got a really lovely thing like that one. So I mean, you can put that inside. You see.
Excellent.
Lovely.
See, I don't throw those little bits away.
No, I don't throw them away. I keep them, and I when they're dry, I use them again to get a bit more colour in the bits that are missing some. Mopping up with that, so that I've got another bit. Right.
Good idea.
Those flaps are now done. There we go. So I'm just going to snip the edges because I don't want to waste this piece because it's covering that side there, you see. So I'm just going to
yeah, okay. That is pretty.
put some glue on there, and that will be the last bit then. Oh, it helps if you take the
cap off.
Yeah. I get so much glue on my fingernails, honestly. And if you try using acetone to get rid of the glue, which will work beautifully, only it will also get rid of my nail polish.
Right.
So that's not the best idea. So I spend a lot of time scrubbing around. Scrubby, scrubby. Calling it taut. Yeah, yes, I'm getting glue on me, but never mind.
Never mind. That's what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're in this room.
This is the glue room, definitely. I'll cut that short, so I'm still bending it over, but I'm not using up too much of the piece. Same with this one. Cut it off short. Do these short pieces first. Glue those down underneath. That way they'll be hidden. Like that. That gives a smoother edge. And then when I'm covering the base, that will all get covered up as well. But I'm not going to cover the base today. It's all right. We'll get onto something a bit more exciting. That was find out what we're going to put in that little brown box we just made.
Anything you want.
Well, you can, yes, but I have something particular to put in mine, don't I? There we are. Let's trim that off a bit. This is just so that when I'm covering the rest of the base with the new sheet, so that I've got something to create a nice corner there. And I'm just going to snip that a little bit. Little needlework scissors work really well and things like that. I've got some
embroidery scissors. That's what I like.
Yeah. These little things. Because they can get into little corners like that.
Yep.
And trim that little bit off. That's better. Same with this side. There we are. Right, now that's done. That lid is done.
Beautiful.
And when the rest of it is covered, it will be a complete.
And they go down in the slots nice. Look at that. Mine won't. I have to do mine over because it's not working. And I have, go ahead.
How many layers did you put on and what sort of paper did you use, Violet?
Well, I just used scrap junk mail copy paper type stuff. And yeah, it's probably the thickness of an envelope. So maybe a little bit. And yeah, I put a few layers down. Well, I wanted to build it up. I wanted it to be strong to take I was going to put the paste on it and then go from there. But it didn't occur to me that a box like that tucks in like that dummy.
Oh, well, we live and learn, don't we? I wouldn't have figured it.
I'll keep it. I'll use it for something else. But yeah, I like doing the paper. I just don't have any sprays, but I know how to fake it.
So when we've got these pieces, I will go around here like that with that one.
Oh gosh, is that pretty?
I'm going to stick that on, trim one end. I'm just going to trim a tiny bit off there. Just a teeny weeny bit, like that much.
Just a teeny weeny bit, little bit. Don't take your fingernail off.
Teeny weeny bit.
A sliver. It was just a sliver of it.
So that this piece won't be any longer than one of these gaps, you see?
Right.
So that when I cut the other side, I can do it to match. Like that. So then I can put that on there, like that. Thing is, you got to remember to put glue on every bubble.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise, they're going to lift up. And they ain't going to like you, and you aren't going to like them when they start to...
Well, you put the strip down first, and then you go back and do the bubbles, right?
Yeah, well, I would put some on the... Probably. You're probably right.
Well, do it your way.
No, you're probably right. It'll be easier doing it that way. Violet is the one that knows things. I'm the one that doesn't know anything.
Yes. But you're the boss of me, master. I tell you stuff, but you the boss.
I'm not so sure about that.
You're the master. I'm Igor.
Right, so that's on. Like that. And as Violet has said, we go back and we do the bubbles.
Yeah. See how that works. Well, as long as you don't tear the paper, because I know it's delicate. But it shouldn't be, if you glue it down, it shouldn't be an issue. Right? See?
Uh-huh.
Well done. Well done.
It's laborious, but it's doable.
Yeah, but but it's fun.
Getting the bubbles.
Who was I just talking to the girls this morning about someone told us about this tool, and I can't think of the place now, but it was a punch, and it punched out like individual cuts, like for a index cards. Let me see if I can draw it. Let's see, it was a line, and then it was like a half circle. So see your page. Think of this as your paper, and it would cut out this piece right here.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you could, but only one. You've got a whole strip of them that you did, I know. But this is just one at a time, so you can place them where you want them. And I thought that was such a cool tool.
Yeah.
It's a paper punch.
Is it a hand punch, you know, with a sort of...
Yeah, it's a hand punch, and it's that thingy from that place that I go to. Working today.
Is it that kind of punch?
Who's the girl?
It
looks like that. It's not like it's not a one hole punch, but it looks like that. Similar, very similar one punch like that. And it's by that company that makes the big one that I can't think of. I'm sorry, but my brain...
Memory Keepers.
Yes.
There you go.
My brain just went to bed. It's gone.
I tried phoning the ward today. It was busy. And a couple of times it was just busy.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do much in the morning because I was just waiting for things. So I hope she's okay. They would have phoned me if he wasn't.
She's
Anyway.
okay. It's just, she's okay. I can't think of the name of it's a punch. All I know is it's a punch by that place. And get me off camera, dear. Master, remove the screen. Make me small, master.
Okay.
There we go. Make you big, master.
Is that better there?
There, that's better. Because I like
to.
It was a nice punch, though. It's on my wish list because I thought it was pretty cool. And if I ever get a Rolodex, I want to have one of those punches, and I could do my own index cards and do my doodles and stuff on my index cards, and then stick them in my Rolodex.
I just feel I ought to wipe this because there's rather a lot of glue accumulating at the end. There we go. I've got 5 more to do. After this one.
Oh, shoot. I was gonna draw a message on here since we were playing. I was gonna doodle a message on here, but I don't know how to do that. It was 4 letters, 1 word, 4 letters, and I don't know how to draw the next letter.
What letter?
It's L.
L. Hang on.
It's a lion laying down.
Is it? All right. I was going to look it up, but if you say so.
No, it's a lion laying down, and I just don't think I can do it. So we're just going to put the letter L there, and then we're going to draw the next letter.
L, let me see. L is an open mouth.
It's an open mouth? How come mine shows a lion?
I don't know.
Well, let me see. I don't believe you.
There. L.
It's lips.
Open mouth.
Yeah. Okay. I can do that. All right. I can do that. I don't
think there's any other L's.
Well, mine shows I've got the hieroglyphic alphabet, and mine shows an L. So maybe it was in later years.
Maybe I'm from an earlier era. It wouldn't be so surprised.
So the next letter that I want would be an L.
And the next thing.
So I draw a few of those. I'm sending a message to the people out in the YouTube land.
YouTube land.
1 word. Then the next letter is a P.
Right.
And that's just a box, according to mine.
Right. Now we're going to do some of these.
I have not
gravity. Me.
That goes over the other strip. Yeah. That makes it purty. So you want to know what my message spells?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is for all the people out there. We got the letter H.
Uh-huh.
This is the letter H. I don't know what it's called, but there it is. This is the letter E, which is actually this is the best version of it, or this one. And it's basically like a cleaver.
Or a feather.
Or a feather. So we have H, E, and then this is the open mouth, which is the letter L.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the letter P, which is just a box. And what does that spell?
I don't know. I've lost concentration.
Help me! Help! I'm stuck in this box and I can't get out. Help! I just can't hold your interest, can I? Get me off the big screen.
Yes, dear.
Just call me Igor.
Yes, Igor.
Yeah. I'm just here for entertainment purposes.
Now this one, I'm going to match up with that.
Oh, I didn't realize it wasn't long enough.
No, because they're only a certain size die, so I'm just going to match them up. And I'm just going to trim that to there.
Okay, so that really doesn't. Okay.
Like that.
Oh, that's just delicate to glue, isn't it?
It is a bit, yes. I can't really see what I'm doing. I don't suppose you can either.
Well, I can see enough. You're only gluing. It's not
Yeah,
rocket science.
yeah, exactly.
I love the way it looks, though. That is really pretty. You know, we did all the bits, but putting it all together is like seeing it come to shape. Really,
Yeah.
kind
Well,
of.
it's the best bit, isn't it? Putting it all together, I think. There you go.
The punch. We are Memory Keepers Crocodile Disc Power Punch. Thank you, the Artful Dabbler. That's what it was. I know what yep, thank you.
We remember kids. Disc power punch. I've not heard of that.
Right. I think that's what screwed me up. The Artful Dabbler showed up, and she says it's the We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Disc Power Punch. And that's exactly what it was, because I went and looked it up. It's a cool little, neat little tool. It really is. Got to get me one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't need a new little tool. I got a big tool. I got to learn how to.
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah, it's a brain musher. Let me tell you.
Violet went crazy.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday to me. Tell you what.
Yeah.
Well, at least the hard part was finding out where the heck I was going to put it.
Yes, because it's bigger than mine.
It's bigger than everybody else I've talked to too, and it's not even the biggest one.
Really? Good Lord.
Okay, the Artler Dabber says if you're in the UK, which Mad Frankie is in the UK, she says Craft Tellier sells them. The punch.
Lovely. I shall have to have a look at that then.
Yes, and I know I can get mine on Amazon. Right after I get done paying for the silhouette I bought.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to have fun with it, though.
Oh, you don't have a lot of time with this. I can't move that now.
Uh-oh.
It's stuck. That's it. We're stuck with that one.
Even with the heat gun?
Oh, I don't know.
I have a feeling not. I have a feeling that glue is glued.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, Tori.
Who's Tori?
If I'm not mistaken, that's the Artful Dabbler.
Oh, hello, Tori. I like Artful Dabbler. It's a lovely name, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it nice when we can choose our own names?
Well, I'm looking at Violet, so yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I couldn't come up with anything. All I got is Igor. Yep, that's it. That's all I got is Igor or Igor, or however you want to say it. Just walk slow, Master. Don't walk too fast, Master.
So you got the better accent. It's not fair. Right.
No, I don't think so. You do the mad scientist really well, and I look. If you would just read me a book, we'd be okay. Just Just read me Winnie the Pooh or well, actually, that's pretty mild for you. I probably would want to hear you read Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. That would be
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need to read to me. You can't on here though because of copyright or whatever.
No. Yep.
But that would be cool to hear you read
Is
that.
G.K. Chesterton still in copyright? He probably is. I like his stuff. He's got some really lovely descriptive language. There's
Thank
story.
you, Tori. Thank you for coming to visit. We appreciate it. We don't expect anybody to show up, and here we've got you, me, and Teresa. That's a room full. That's overwhelming. That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know Jean might watch it later. So
Yeah.
Or maybe Carol if she
Or
can get
Carol, yeah. Anyway, sorry I interrupted you.
No, carry on.
Just rambling.
I'll make you big.
Hey. Hey. Don't be doing that. I don't want to be big.
Oh, it's nice being big.
No. How's that look? Oh, you know what? I don't know why, because that's the front of the box, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but when you were putting it all together, in my mind, I had that paper, I had the circles going the other way.
Did you?
And that, like, pointing out.
Well, it's too late now. I've done it this way.
No, they look great they look better that way. Because then the torn edge goes right to almost to the edge. They look better this way.
I've got to leave some of the paper to see.
And I thought you were going to frame the lid with that. And if you are, then you've cut it too long. But I think just that alone right there.
Well, maybe. Along there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
think
that.
that's really, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
Why not do that? I'll just trim that level because it isn't quite.
definitely.
And there, just let me cut it with this one so I can be accurate. There we go. Right, I'll stick it down. Because it is going to do a sort of framing job though, isn't it? Because of what we're going to put in the middle.
Yeah, but what I meant by framing was the top, bottom, and both sides, completely all the way around. And I think I like this better. I just like this. This looks like it's framed, but it's not enclosed. I like this.
I think it would get a bit complicated trying to do it the sides as well.
Well, it might be a bit much.
Yeah, a bit difficult to get accurate as well is what I was thinking. Because you'd have to trim some bits and not other bits,
What kind of paper, Teresa?
Really? Isn't it a shame you can't do a picture so we can see it?
And I'm going to read to you what Tori says. She says, because I thanked her for stopping in to view us, and she says, well, I caught Fran's accent, and it sounded like home. Been in Ireland 24 years now and still not lost my UK accent. See, I love her accent. She's like, I don't have an accent. No, she has an accent, and I would just love her if she read a book to me, right? And that you don't know what it is, Teresa. Okay. See, that's why she stopped, because of your accent. So just keep going, mad scientist.
Well, I'm just gluing bubbles. That's all it is. Just gluing bubbles.
Yep.
I'm forever gluing bubbles. Gluing pretty bubbles to the card. Sticking them down. They're nice all around.
Tori, not only do you get to hear her accent, you get to hear her singing.
It's horrible. Feels like onion skin, looks like vellum and has a print. Interesting.
You need to take a picture and post it in Mad Scientist room. Oh, you're not in it. Never mind. Put it in Fibsville. Now, where did you get the bubbles? The bubbles? What bubbles? What bubbles? Who's talking about bubbles?
Are you talking about my bubbles, Teresa?
She's got to be talking about your bubbles.
My bubbles came with a die. And I will show it in just a moment.
Yeah, Teresa, in my mind, I call Teresa the die queen. I mean, this lady has the most beautiful dies, and she shared them with me. Yes, you have to show her the die for that. So there you go.
So it's meant to be a torn notebook, right? So there's a tear, and there's the, where the ring binder goes.
Right.
Well, when I cut the first one, I went, I'm not throwing these away. These are nice. So I just kept them. And I figured something to use them for. So there we are.
And now you know her secret. Right? Tori says, love that die. The torn edges are awesome. That's what I said.
Aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one is it's just, I'm not sure what it would be called, but I love it when she puts it on top of this one.
It's called an edge die. I got a number on it somewhere. I'll have to post it underneath when the stream is over, when I can find it.
It really suits for the Egyptian theme. It really fits in there.
Well, Merit, I saw this box that was belonged to somebody called Merit, who was the wife of an overseer or somebody who was working on the pyramid. They were both buried at Deir el-Medina. And when she was buried, she had this most stunning makeup box. And she had these sort of triangular shapes and round shapes. And I thought, well, there we are, triangular shapes and round shapes. So that's what I thought I'd do with it.
And, you don't see the round shapes a lot on the Egyptian stuff that I find, but you do see, we talked about it, you see angles, you see triangles, squares, and different shapes like that with corners, not so much circles. So it's interesting.
So it's a question. It's probably different eras, I don't know what era Merit's was from, but there was another one I saw with triangles and circles. But you're right, it's not often. I mean, there's kind of triangle-y shapes. There's sort of almost like a pine tree sort of shape. There's oblongs. So I mean, it's up to you what you want to do with it.
But if you look at the foot, even the most basic drawing of the foot that I've done up here is just angles. It's just a triangle and then lines. It's really sharp. There's no curve or anything in it. Although there's curve in the basket and the eyes and stuff, but you don't see just a circle type design.
Yeah. Lovely. Right, I'm going to pop this one on. Like that.
I think I've got some vellum paper somewhere, Teresa. Not onion skin. I'd like to have some onion skin, but I'm pretty sure I've got a small package of. So Fran, you or Vi got a Facebook to post on. Fran has a room called the Mad Scientist.
Mad Scientist Club, it's called now.
Mad Scientist Club on Facebook. And then the only room I have is Fibsville. That's my room. I created that. So You can put it in there or both. Fran's in Phibbsville too. Or you can put it in Beth's room. It's fine. I go to Beth's rooms too. Yep, I'm a mod in there. Oh, Tori, I'm sorry. She says she's still stuck flat on her back. Oh,
Oh,
that doesn't, you can't do anything like that. But watch us do stuff. Oh.
well, I hope we're entertaining. We're having fun.
Well, I am. I don't know about you.
Well, if I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing it, would I? There we go. One there.
I don't do jokes though, because I ruin either the punchline or I forget the ending. So I'm not very good at doing. Yeah, I don't do jokes. I could do corny ones like like for a third grader, but that's all I got. I figure if you hang around me long enough, I'll make you laugh. That's all that matters. You might not remember what you laughed at, but you'll laugh.
Do Igor's accent again. That makes me laugh.
Yes, master. Whatever you say, master. Go slow, master. I can't walk that fast, master.
Hobble faster, Igor.
Oh, I cannot hobble. I do not hobble. I limp. I have a limp. I have a hump on my back. Like if you've ever seen the movie Frankenstein.
Yeah.
He's got the bug eyes and excuse my language, he says, your eyes. Too late. Or roll in the hay.
There we are. One more to do. It's starting to look quite good, isn't it? I mean, it's got that sort of regularity feel to it that quite a lot of the Egyptian art does. I like it.
I told you, I think it's beautiful. It's pretty.
Well, it gets a bit more so in a bit.
You're too close to it. You got to stop and step back and go, yeah, it's going exactly the way you want it to go. Look how pretty that is. And you're not even done yet.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, what you're working on now is really, I mean, your paper, you just put those colors together beautiful. Just really. The pineapple and aspen, they look great. They're not too much. They make the background pop even more.
Yeah, they do kind of complement it because it's a similar color range. So, I mean, it's not quite the same color, but similar enough.
You got a new machine, Teresa? You got an electric die cut machine. I know you did because of your hands. Yay! Teresa just recently had surgery for trigger fingers. She had her hand cut surgery. So
how is that doing, Teresa?
Yeah, so she's so now I know she loves doing her die cuts, so she can't crank. So now she's saying she got a new machine, an electric one, and I know it's got to be the one that's for die cutting. Of course it is, because that's what she loves to do. There are two groups of the man's. You know what, Teresa? I will post. Let me message you the link to her Mad Scientist group club. Mad Scientist Club, not the Mad Scientist Club. Mad Scientist Club. Copy, and I'm going to send you a private message to make it easier. My Teresa.
Make sure that's stuck down, which it isn't yet.
There you go, dear. Of course, we want you in it. If you're a mad scientist type and you love the mad scientist and you can quote anything from the movie Frankenstein, then you belong in our club.
And so all you need to be able to say is master.
Master.
There we go.
Look
So
at
that's
that.
And
Now-
obviously, I would do the same with the back. Put another one on the back. That's the way I did it there. And the same with the base, probably. I'm thinking about that because it might be better just to have a plain sheet on the bottom and going up the sides. But I'll put some on the sides, I think, for sure. Yes.
Yes.
So there we are. That's that.
That's
And
purdy, master. That's purdy.
This box, which folds down like that.
Did you get
So we've got our two boxes. And on this one, we're going to put this inside. Now this is air dry clay. And I made this earlier. All it is a piece of air dry clay. And I just got a big round.
It's over there.
Well, yes, I know. One of these icing things. What did I do with them? Here we go. I've lost something again.
Well, it's a thingy with a thingy and long, and it goes on there. That's what that is.
It's a thingy with a doodah. Yeah. One of those.
There you go, Tori. Would you like to come into into the Monster Club? Because I can if you're on Facebook, I can send you the link. Unless you don't do Facebook. Not everybody does Facebook.
All you need is something to make a round shape like that.
There you go.
It happened that I used a round thing that icing people use.
Frankenstein. Yes.
Right.
Teresa, all you have to do is to be able to say, yes, master. That's what Frankie says.
There we go. Like that. So it's just a
There you go.
round bubble, and it just makes a nice round shape. And I made it slightly elongated, so it would be slightly not totally round, but a little bit oval.
With air dry clay.
Yeah, well, it's all with air dry clay. Yeah, and then when it was dry, it took a few days to dry. I then, because it's quite thick, you see, I then put crackle paint inside each little dip because I wanted it to crack. And then I tried different things to see what would look best. And I tried some of these baked textures, baked velvet texture, this one from Seth Apter.
Yeah, okay.
And it's lovely stuff, but I'm not impressed with the result in this case because it's quite shiny.
Yeah.
Whereas I used just paper artsy chalk acrylic in there and it's worked much better.
Yep, I like
So
that
I
one
would
better.
just
Yeah.
use an acrylic paint, preferably not a shiny one. I would use a dull flat colour because that would look more like paint. The idea is to make it look as if this is an artist's palette and the artist has just left their palette there and they went off to do something and they never came back for it.
They went for a ride down the Nile in a basket.
Yeah, very likely. Probably in a casket.
Tori, I don't have your Facebook name, so I can't send you a message with the link to the room. I need to know your Facebook name, or you can find. Well, you probably have a hard time finding me because my security.
The
But
group
I
has
can't
some,
send you a message because I don't know who to send it to. So okay, now back to you. Commercial over.
the group has some questions to be
Right.
answered.
Yeah, you got to answer.
It's
them, but-
pretty basic. I mean, you know, it's just to make sure we don't get weirdos coming in too much like me.
Yeah, we don't want weirdos. We just want Igors
Yes, we want egos and mad scientists.
and mad scientists.
This is painful. It's pretty basic. It's just why do you want to join? It's a mixed media group, you see.
Oh, that popped off. I saw
So
it.
long as you're into mixed media and prepared to do daft stuff.
And that's the thing. Fran is deep into mixed media. The most, probably one person that I know that just really mixes it up. She's a mad scientist. She just goes. And her projects in the end are just gorgeous, just absolutely stunning, which is, we just have fun together. And it's always, what will this do? We don't know. Let's see. Okay.
So we keep experimenting.
Yeah, we experiment. Tori Stevenson. Okay, Tori, let me see if I can find you.
I'll have to make you a mud in there, Violet.
Oh, sure. We'll get around to it.
You have to tell me.
Yeah, especially with coming up, because you're going to need help. See, I can help you with that.
Yeah.
Not like there's much to do, but
There's some chutney.
Stevenson.
That'll be a nice one.
There's
Chutney. Just a paper artsy colour.
You can't type and I can't read. I come up with 3 different Tori. Oh, there she is. Oh no, that's on Instagram. That won't do. The artful. See, I don't see you on. I don't see you on Facebook.
What does OIC mean?
OIC. What does OIC mean?
With artist on the end.
Tori
It
Stevenson.
looks like she's saying, I'm Tori Stevenson artist. The oik is re, same as my oik here. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh dear, that's terrible.
You're terrible.
Yeah. So I've got a few other colours here. I thought I'd go for a nice blue. I think I've done cinnamon, I'm not sure. Well, Captain Peacock or China?
No.
China, I think.
China.
Captain Peacock. You may find out using the Artful Dabbler. Oik was meant to be pick. Oh, I like oik. Pick.
Artful Dabbler.
Come on.
Artful Dabbler Studio. Ooh, pretty pictures. Ooh, pretty pictures. Is that you, Tori? Artful Dabbler Studio was meant to be. Oh, the OIC was meant to be picked. So her picture here is the same as. So that helps, because I was looking for an OIC, and no, that can't be you, because there's no. That's a paintbrush, so that's not you.
Let's have a little bit of colour. A little bit of blue.
Well, holy cow, you're in Phibbsville. Tori Artful Dabbler. That's what I want. Right. I'm going to add you as my friend. Like it or not, you are now my friend, Tori.
Put some blue in there so that each one of these is a little bit of colour. There we go. You can always add some more layers if you think it's a bit pale, because that one came out quite good. And it's a stamping paint, decorative stamping. I think it's a Deco Art one. Delta Terracotta. That's quite pale. I think I need a little bit more than that.
Well, I did it anyway because I wasn't reading this. I was over on another screen going to find the Artful Dabbler. So thank you, Teresa. Thank you, dear. But now we've both sent it to her. Artful Dabbler don't let her fool you. She does have an OIC. She's just not telling us.
What does OIC mean?
Well, she meant to put PIC, not OIC.
I know, but it's intriguing.
Give me time. I'll come up with something.
It's usually officer in charge, isn't it?
Oh, there you go. Right? There you go. Well, she can be the officer in charge in the Mad Scientist Club.
There we go. We're going to have a bit of red. No, we're not going to have a bit of red because I haven't
Of
managed.
course, there's hardly anybody in there and nobody pays attention to us. So,
Yeah.
but that's
So
okay. We don't
Nice and
mind.
quiet.
Now, what you doing? I'm sorry. I'm being a bad Igor. What are you doing?
I'm doing color.
I see. Yeah.
You're not being a bad Igor. How could you be a
Okay.
bad Igor?
To recap, she made the paint palette out of air dry clay. She used her big round pokey tool to make the paint palette cups and just kind of poked and made them, different. They're not perfectly round. We didn't want that. Then she used a crackle, and I can't remember what you called it, but it was a crackle. Come on.
It was high zinc texture. The crackle texture.
Right. And that left a,
South Apter one it is.
okay.
South Apter.
And that left a crackle look.
It's quite shiny crackle though. Because
Yeah.
it comes out shiny. It's not like some of them come out matte, but this one comes out shiny. So you need to paint it with something less obtrusive.
You're way over there. Come back over here over the box because I want to see that. There you go. So it gives it a crackle look. And now you're going over it with that chalky color.
Yeah.
So it will sit in there like they were used pots that were just left because whoever was painting just got in a basket and floated down the Nile.
Yeah. I left the paint palette behind in this box. Or even floated down the Nile on a death boat, in his little...
You're morbid.
Well, that's how you get these things left behind in tombs, you see. Otherwise, we wouldn't know what they were, would we?
Well, he was in a hurry. The bill collectors were after him, so he jumped in the basket and took a ride.
Okay.
He didn't die. He's still alive. Of course, if he were dead, then his artwork would be worth a lot more money.
True, yeah. That's not too bad. The thing is, some of these paints are translucent, and I only really have so many of these paints. So I have to pick ones that I think are going to work. That was London Bus, that one. Paper Artsy Paint, London Bus. And I think I'm going to try Captain Peacock. I've tried China. I'm going to try Captain Peacock.
Well, you can put the blue and the red together to get a purpley.
Yeah, but they didn't use purple in ancient Egypt.
Oh, well, okay.
Not that I've seen anyway. I wish they did because I like purple, but no.
They did in the movie. I saw the colored version, and they used all kinds of colors in the movie.
Well, they would have had purple, but it would have been because they would have known about Caesar when Cleopatra was around, wouldn't they? But the thing is, purple was very difficult to make and cost an awful lot of money, so it would have been for royalty only. So it wouldn't have been in the palette. So,
right? I saw a purple toga too, so they must have had blueberries somewhere. That's all I'm saying. Somebody had blueberries.
They used the snails, tiny little snails that give the purple color.
Yuck. Oh, talking about snails. Who was it I talked to a while back? Be right back. Got to plug in my phone. It is down to 10%. Well, that's not good. So go get your phone fixed. And then come back and see us. Talking about snails, somebody in the other group, Karen, I think her name is. Anyway, she lives over in yes, I will remember. But anyway, I think in the UK somewhere over there by you. And she was talking about snails that were big snails, big. Oh,
Giant snails.
Maybe she was in Australia. No, I don't think she was in. Yeah, giant, like pets. And she said that it's against the law to let them breed. You could get in trouble if you allow them to mate because they don't want them to over there.
Oh.
And they're very, what was her word? They're very randy. They're a very randy creature. So
that seems a little unfair, doesn't it?
Controlled breeding. She said it's totally true. And I don't know if she was talking about where she was or Australia or New Zealand or where, but it's like.
So there we are. I've got all those colours. I'm going to leave that one white, and I'll probably go over it with some matte medium to make it look like white, but without so much shine.
Yeah.
So there we are. There's a painter's palette, and it was made specifically to fit inside this little box.
Yep.
And with it, I managed to get hold of a nice little tool called a pen. So you can have a pen in there.
You need to hold the pen up. Hold that pen up so we can all see it better. Better. Isn't that cool? Bamboo pen.
A little hole in that bit there.
Yep,
so
I can see it. Yep. Good job.
Right. It's a dip pen, so you can use it. You can actually use it. People use it for Arabic writing and Chinese writing and things like that. So there you go. That's just the right size for it. And if you don't want a pen, but you want something else, let's see what we can do. Now, you may need something that might not be all that readily available, although quite a lot of us crafters seem to have one. And it's called a pet. Because I'm going to
Frankie got mad. Master. Look what you've done, Master.
You need
the dog, Master. Got poor Rufus.
He needed a haircut.
Yes, but not just in one spot, Master. You have to finish the job, Master.
So this is blackberry brambles. And what you do is you can, I tried this one by thumping it with a hammer when it was soft and pithy to try and get a nice brush. I did not manage it, so it's not terribly good. I need something more like elderberry to do that with. I've got to find it, though. It's somewhere in the garden. The other piece, what I did was I've taken the pith out of the centre there.
Yep.
Of this blackberry tube to make a tube shape. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some thread from somewhere. What sort of thread have I got lying about? I'm sure I tidied up a thread earlier. It's that or a bit of string. I didn't really want to use a bit of string because I think it might be a bit too
bulky.
Yeah, exactly. But I can cut some off and unwind it. I've got this light on here. There we go.
Well, I was going to say, you have enough to play with. You could even take a little piece of wrapping tape, like cellophane tape, and wrap the little end of the hairs around it, you know?
What I'm doing is I'm uncoiling this string and separating it out so I can get something a bit thinner.
Don't pull it that way. Hold that, and pull your one single thread. You don't have to do that. Just pull that thread. Just pull your thread out. You don't have to. Well, wrong way.
Well, I got it.
You got it.
I got it. Now, collect together some of your doggy's hair, or rabbit, or goat. Goat is good, or horse. If you live near
sure a cat won't hold still to do it.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I'm amazed the dog do. So if we take some of these and tie it up nice and tight.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Now I have. Oh, a crochet hook might help here, huh?
I haven't got one.
What is wrong with you?
I don't crochet. I'm sorry, Violet. I don't crochet. I leave that to Igor.
Well, and the reason I say that is because imagine this is the hair. Imagine this is the hair, and you tie the thread in the middle of the hair, right?
Yeah.
And then then you pull it all up. So you've got it tied round. You've got it wrapped around here like this. So then you can pull this up. And then if you could put that crochet hook, which I have one, and it's way over there. But then you could put the crochet hook in the stem in the piece of wood. Grab this loop and pull it through just enough to leave your hair stick up.
Well, I'm going to do it this way because I don't really understand that. Because I think you need to do it again with proper hair.
Okay.
You need a haircut, don't you?
No. But imagine that I had all this hair. Okay, and let's see. Here is our giant size pithy removed stem. Okay, so here's our hair, and we tie a knot right here around our hair in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we've got a bunch of hair like this. So we pull these two ends up.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we go the bottom of the pithy thing, grab our hair, pull it through just enough to leave it in there. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Somebody out there knows what I mean.
Okay.
Get me off camera. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
Yes. What? Start over and use the tools. I did. I showed you. What tools? Are you talking about my tools or her tools? Because I can't figure out how you're going to get it in there otherwise. Still a lot, isn't it?
Well, then we start trimming.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do another knot to be on the safe side.
Teresa, I don't know what. Start over and use what tools? Yes, Tori, I'm sure you will get it all up and go. Yes, Tori, I hope so too. Whatever's got you laid up on your back, I hope it gets better soon and you come back to us. I know I've seen you in Beth's groups or whatever, other groups before. And I probably have actually watched any of your videos. So yeah, I hope you come back. Ow. 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 Ow.
Yes, I think I might need more hair than that. Quite a bit more hair than that. And I've certainly got to trim that. There we go.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Woof, woof, woof.
Oh!
Now then, which bit is the bit I'm actually going to paint with? That bit or that bit? Depends
Well,
what's
you're off camera, so I can't really tell you. Oh, there you go. There you go.
That bit.
Oh.
Oh, that bit.
Oh. Well, I think it's going to be whichever one you can't fit into the tube.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it is. I think I need another bit of this.
Split the tube in half and then glue the hair in, then glue the two halves together. Just a thought, maybe. Might be the way she goes. She knows where there's more sticks if it doesn't work, and she knows where there's more dog hair too. So
true, yeah.
This is an all mad scientist. That was from Tori. That was Tori's suggestion. which was not a bad idea.
Uh-huh.
Yes, she's making a paintbrush, Teresa.
But if you don't want to make a paintbrush, just buy one of them nice pens.
Right, the bamboo pen there.
Yeah.
There you go. Did you make it fatter?
No, I'm trying to make it thinner.
Well, you can trim it off after you get it in there.
Yep, I'm going to do that.
See, you make it thinner and then you wrap the string around it, makes it fat again.
Well, that's going to fit. I just got to trim this off when I've tied this up.
How are you going to get it in there?
Force. I'm going to shove it in.
Yeah, and Teresa knows me. I would. If I could figure out how to crochet the dog back together, I would too. I'll crochet anything. Doesn't bother me. I'll crochet wire or fabric or dog
Have you crocheted wire?
Yeah, I've crocheted wire, make wire jewelry.
Oh. I've never been able to do that.
Oh, it's hard on the hands. And I crocheted cut plastic bags and made plarn, what they call plarn. And I crocheted with old cassette tapes that I pulled the tape out and crocheted with that. I made a little purse. Yeah, Teresa knows me. I'm a crochet. Crochet was my therapy for almost all my life. It's been my therapy since I learned how to do it back in 1980. Don't even use patterns anymore. I just go for it.
It's going to fit. It's going to fit.
Is it going to fit?
Yeah, it's going to fit. Right, glue time. Glue time. Sticky gluey in here.
Okay.
That's a glue.
I don't know why I'm ducking down because it's on a camera. It's not going to help me see any better. No, I can see. You're all right. You're all right.
Right,
Just get it in there and not on yourself.
And I'm going to put some on the end. And I'm going to put some on the side as well.
I thought you said I'm going to fit. I'm going to fit. I'm.
It's going to fit. I know it's going to fit. I'm going to force it to fit.
Going. Oh yeah. Get it all gobbered up on there.
Right, that should be enough, hopefully. Mm-hmm.
Well, I will say this, that the palette box looks rustic and abused and well used.
Right, I'm going to use my scissors and shove it in.
Oh.
Like that.
See, this is where a crochet hook would come in handy.
Yeah. But a pair of scissors works just fine. Little scissors.
Teresa, I can crochet in one line, or I used to be able to anyway. Yeah, you need to give your hands a rest, Teresa. I didn't tell you, Teresa, when I was in the room with Becky and I think it was Mary Lou and Nettie, we were all in the room, and Ann maybe too. Ann was wanting to learn to crochet, so Becky was helping her. But then I showed them a pattern to make fingerless gloves, which I don't have in front of me. They're over there. But we sat there and I taught them how to make fingerless gloves like that. Really nice. They all did a great job.
There you go.
One yay!
Brush from dog hair. And I know the Egyptians had dogs because they had a dog-headed god, Anubis. So, yeah.
That is cool.
I have got rather a lot of fur left now, so goodbye, fur.
Yeah, I know where you can get more.
Yeah.
Run, Rufus, run. I'll make you a pair, Teresa. No, I'll just make you a pair. You don't need to crochet. You need to give your hands a rest from that stuff. I'll make you a pair. I don't do them with individual fingers. It's just one long, like a sleeve that comes up to here. And then I can make one like down to here if you want. You just tell me how long you want it, how far past your wrist. I'll make them for you. No, you don't need to be doing this. You need to give your hands a rest. Do your physical therapy. Under your brace, you know what? Truthfully, it's going to itch. No matter any yarn I use, I think is going to be itchy or bulky. You would do better to cut a piece sock. Get a sock. And cut the foot part off. Get like a knee socks. Go to the dollar store and get knee socks and cut the foot part off. And use that as a barrier between your hand and your brace. Because I think anything I crochet would be bulky and sweaty and itchy, right? Wouldn't you think? I'll still make you a pair for any time, but I don't think it would be good. I have a brace, and I don't think it would be good under a brace. What's the next step, dear? Do we have a next step?
Who, me?
Yeah,
oh,
you.
Yes, sorry. Yes, right, next step. So we've got a nice little box to go inside our nice little box. And I'm going to do something with the top, but not just yet, because I'm still doing it.
So there's going to be a part 2?
There could be. There could be.
There has to be. You know why?
Well, why?
Because it's like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, gosh, is it? Well, these are some of the things that you could find in such a little box. You know, some nice little ornaments.
Oh, you need to hold
saved from a tomb, and little god or memory of an ancestor, and some coins. These are all air dry clay, and they're all from little molds, icing sugar type molds. You can find them all over the place.
Yep.
Just look for Egyptian molds, and there you go. So I did some in gold and some in copper, and then put some blue paint over the top. Just rubbed it over the high points.
Those are my favorite ones.
It looked like it's verdigris. And then just to sort of finish off the top, what I was thinking of doing is with these. I painted these earlier. These are also air dry clay. And I was thinking to put a couple of them on the box like that.
Oh, man.
And you can go over it with different, either an acrylic paint, just like I did with the other one, or actually paint each individual bit like I did with this.
Woohoo!
Or you can go over it with Gilder's wax.
Gilder's wax, right. That was the other thing.
Gilder's wax, because I have some Gilder's wax here. I have what's this one? King Gold. This one, I've not tried this one, but I thought it might work quite well with this.
Okay, here's where you get your fingers in there.
Let's have a go. Here we go. I'm trying to get just a little bit. I don't want a lot. Just want to catch the highlights like that.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh.
Just brushing over the top, just to catch the patterns that are in here.
Those turned out really nice.
They're not too bad, are they? I don't know if the snake headdress will fit. The other one I did like this. You know, I took it out of the mold too soon, and the snake came off.
He just keeps breaking.
It came off. But I stuck it back on with some. See, this is what they look like when they come out of the mold. I stuck it back on with some slip. The air dry clay I just mixed with a lot of water to make it into a watery substance. I just stuck the two together. You can just about see where the line is, possibly.
No. Oh, there. Oh,
There.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. It's right there, ladies. If you can't see it, sure, you could see me pointing.
Right.
Yeah, because it kept breaking off.
Because I used air dry clay in slip form, it doesn't look any different to the original piece, you see.
Right. I want you to hold that one up closer. I want to see that close up. Yeah. Oh, turn it around because she's upside down.
Yeah, I'm just doing the face there.
She's beautiful. She came out really nice.
And maybe we'll use a little.
Or he.
Finger? She.
She.
It's meant to be Cleopatra, this one. And if you have trouble with this getting into the areas you want it to go into, you can always try using one of those clay tools. I don't know how that would work. It might.
Isn't that cool?
These little rubber clay tools, you might get some more, get the gold into smaller places. Let's have a go. Like I want to get it into here, but I couldn't reach with my finger.
Yep. Tori says that is cool. And I think she's talking about your Cleopatra because it really is. All of those. Well, I love the coins. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
The dark coins.
I like those.
Yeah.
Trying to get some into the gaps. So if you brush it straight over, it picks up quite a lot of it. That's amazing. I'm quite pleased with that. Some of these bits I haven't been able to get before.
And for some reason, sail across the water, sail across. Uncle Arthur, that's what comes to mind. You said you were quite pleased with that. And that song, Uncle Arthur, have a spot of tea or whatever he says, and Paul McCartney sings in that song. I don't know. My brain went off. I wandered. Your accent and what you said made me think of that song.
Uh-huh. See, I've managed to catch all those little ridges in there with this tool. All it is a sort of foam rubbery
I've never seen anything like that.
Tool for use with polymer clay. It just bends, you see, it's just rubber. Small eyebrow brush. Yeah, but with a small eyebrow brush, it's you could get into more spaces than you want to. With this, because it's a slightly rigid shape, it just brushes over the surface. It doesn't, the little hairs don't go too deep.
Right.
And I don't want them to go in too deep. You could try it and maybe you can make it work, but I haven't been able to. Not the way I want to.
If you look at the one and the one below it and the scarab off to the left of you there, and then you look at what you're doing, I mean, it makes all the difference. Just that little bit of
This was done with paint, though. It wasn't done with wax.
But yeah.
And it took quite a while. I mean, really, it's a sort of an occupation for an hour or two. You won't get away with doing it just in seconds like you do with wax like this.
A silicone tool. Is it a silicone tool?
Yes, that's right. Yep. That's exactly what it is. Thank you. Well, there you go. There's one. You can do the same with this one.
Finger first or with the tool? Yep.
Yeah, I think I might do the finger first, actually, now you mention.
Yeah. Oh, scorpion. That's the other thing that comes to my mind is that
scorpion, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing, you don't have anything scorpion. I think we mentioned it before and then we got sidetracked.
Yeah. Well, perhaps I'll have to try and make a scorpion then. It shouldn't be that hard, surely.
Well, the thing is that dang tail that sticks up will keep breaking off.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you'd have to curl it over, wouldn't you?
Okay, Teresa says, no more chatting, gotta rest a tired hand. Yes, quit typing. Quit typing. No more typing. We know you're there, and thank you very much for being there.
Yes, thank you for coming. That's shown up the beard quite nicely, hasn't it?
Right. Yep.
Let's brought
And
that up.
we talked about that it was braided, and I never really paid attention that it was braided. Now I know why I don't like braided beards.
Well, they're Egyptians, aren't they? And usually very powerful pharaohs. They've got all the money. They don't want you to have any.
But you have a gilded paste. It changes the whole aspect of that. It really does a good job there. Really does.
I just want to catch a little bit of this because I don't want it to look as if it's just.
Thank you, Teresa. I know you're there. Even if you're not there, I know you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I'll have to decode that one.
Well, she can go in the other room and I'll never know, but she'll stay. Yeah. She'll stay with the camera on is kind of what I meant with the video on. And that's okay too.
Yeah.
You do you.
Yeah,
see, that really, then you just get to where you want to go with that. I like that. I have to look for one of them brushes. Well, actually, I need to get some of those molds. I want Gothic and steampunk.
Yes, we'll have to do one of those. Or continue with the one I've already started and get that finished. Might be an idea, don't you think?
The gold works great on the Egyptian thing here because you're going to see gold in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much in Gothic and steampunk. So what would I use there? What kind of patina or over color would I give for something like that?
Well, I'd be inclined to use something that would imagine it was copper and with verdigris on. Or brass.
Bronze is where I was going.
Bronze. Yeah, brass or bronze. They're all the same base metal. They've all got copper in them.
Oh, and I was going to say, where was I? It might have been when I went to the hardware store. I saw copper tape.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I got excited. I didn't get any, but I know where it's at.
Well, we use that for slug repellent. To stop the slugs, you put it round the like I've got a trug outside with 4 legs, well 6 legs. So you just wrap a piece of this sticky tape round it so that it meets, and the slugs can crawl up so far and they won't go any further because it makes a connection in their body and they don't like that. So that it doesn't hurt them, they just turn around and go away again.
So no matter what size the slugs are, you don't want them around.
No, you don't want them eating your lettuce, do you?
Well, and I was saying that's what a snail is a slug in my mind, and so when they're
a snail is a slug with a house.
With a house, yeah.
So there you go. So that's that. Now I also made a little paint pot out of air dry clay for my little artist. So he's got something to paint with. Now, you can colour that with other things, like, for instance... No, not that one. Now, where did I... Oh, I put it back over here.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. On the air-dry clay, can you use the sprays on that?
You know, I've not tried it. I haven't tried it. That's a very good question. We'll have to do an experiment. We'll have to do some experiments. Yeah, I would quite be inclined to paint that with terracotta.
Right.
Because then it's made out of that kind of clay, you know. Possibly. And what else have we got? Anything else, or are we grinding down to a halt now?
Let me see.
I know what we've got. I know what we haven't done yet.
Oh, I know what we haven't done yet, too. It makes a sound when you crinkle it.
What does?
Well, if you have paint... and you have paintbrushes, and you have water, and you have a scene to paint, what are you missing?
paintbrush, scene to paint. Don't know.
Oh, come on. What are you going to do with all that?
Water?
No, you've got water. Now what are you going to do? How are you going to paint?
With a paintbrush?
Yeah, on what?
On the thing you want to paint.
If you were an artist and you had an easel
Yes.
or a table, what would you have on your table? You're not quick today.
No, I'm not quick. It's getting late here. It's 20
Okay,
past.
what's the one thing you're always forgetting? Every time we do this, what's the last thing you told me today? Oh, yeah, let's not forget. And I said you didn't. You remember.
Okay, I did write it down. I was picking it up to check. Papyrus.
Papyrus.
And I happen to have some rather nice papyrus. And what I was going to do with my papyrus, did I have some out already? I think I did.
Thank you, Janice. Yes, I was there, but she's tired. It's been a very long, busy day for her. And it's almost it's
20
almost
past 10.
10:30 at night there for her, and she's been up early and done a lot.
Yeah. So there's some lovely papyrus,
forgive her.
real papyrus from eventually Egypt, I expect. So, and I was going to do with that, I was going to roll it up. Now, I know a lot of people will think, oh, but you've got to have the bit of wood going through and the handles at either end. Actually, no, you don't.
To make the scroll, but you don't.
Because they scrolls, number of sculptures and paintings of people with scrolls from Julius Caesar and people before that, even the ancient Egyptians, and you don't see anything at the top or the bottom. You don't see the end of the scroll, you know, like a sort of knobby thing. You don't see it because there weren't any. And there's one particular one where an Egyptian has a no, it's the general normal one, Janice. They had a box, a sort of tall tub with lovely decorations on it, and there's 5 or 6 scrolls in there. And this was the scribe that went around with all these scrolls because he had to make notes of what they were doing. And these scrolls were nearly to the top of this tub. There would have been just room to put the lid on, and that's it. So no room for
a handle or a scroll holder. Yeah.
Yeah, no room for a rolling pin end on either side. Just no room. So they didn't have them. It's a myth from Hollywood.
Yeah, in the movies where they have purple
movie myth
color too.
Yeah. So if you see any with, in fact, they found some burnt papyrus, and the papyrus was very tightly wound. So it just went on and on. So it was dense papyrus the whole way through here. And there was no wood, because if the papyrus hadn't quite burnt away, then the wood would still have been there as well. I mean, the papyrus is more flammable than the wood because it's thinner. So that would have gone. But they found these burnt scrolls, just dense scrolls with coils and coils of scroll in there, and no wood to hold it together. So it was just rolled up like that and put into a pot. So that's what I would do. I would put a nice bit of papyrus, after these have been glued on, inside the box to go with everything else. You see?
I love the sound of that paper.
It's good, isn't it?
Yep.
And there you go. You've got your, well, obviously I'm going to have to rearrange things because, you know, some things are not going to fit very well. Or maybe trim the papyrus a bit to go in. Dead Sea Scrolls, yeah, exactly.
I think Janice hasn't seen your goodies, your treasures in your box.
All right. Here we go. I've got various different things in here.
All made from air dry clay.
Medallions or coins, all made from air dry clay and painted in different colours. And a plaque of Anubis. Sorry, wrong way round.
He's scared.
I'd got a couple of those because this one on the mould, it came out and I thought it was all skin. But when I did the other mould I've got, I realised that actually that's not skin there. That's his tunic.
Yep.
Or his necklace because they had these big, thick, wide necklaces. So that one there, and a nice little scarab with a flying wings.
That was cool.
So all these things could have been in the box, and they would definitely be a scroll. And they were the scroll guy. You'd have to do it up a little bit tighter than that. I mean, I haven't done it terribly tight.
The book of bottles? What book of bottles? Oh, the book of the paint pots, the palette? No, not that. I don't know. She lost me. It's okay.
So there you go. That would fit. And then these would fit in the side. And then you can shut the box and you've got a secret scroll, probably a Book of the Dead or something.
You know, probably have a piece of leather or animal skin or something to tie the scroll up, you think?
Yeah. I have got some somewhere.
Yes, don't hurt Rufus. He doesn't give up. He'll give out hair, but no skin.
No, I don't have Rufus skin. I did have some. I had it right here. Of course, it's disappeared. Of course, it has. It always does that. These things.
I'm not gonna say
it. You better not. Violet always says it's over there.
It's over there.
Over there.
And you always, well, always find it.
Only it isn't. It's gone away.
I know. You put it someplace safe.
I'm tired now, so I think we've had enough for today.
Yep, we've had enough. It's been over 2 hours, dear.
Wow.
I know. I didn't say anything because you were doing so well.
The other thing is this could be the last live I'll do for quite some time.
Yep.
Because Mum's ill and she's broken both her wrists and she's be coming home soon, so I could be intensely looking after her.
And I thought of that, so yep. But when
so that is the artist box for today.
Did a beautiful job.
And how is your hieroglyphics coming?
I have 2 more lines to go, but I thought I did quite well.
I think you did excellently.
I did a lot of them. And I even sent a message, HELP.
Yeah.
Because I'm stuck in this box.
So what you got there? You've got a hook.
Yes, a hook. Well, and I don't know what it means because I just saw a hieroglyphic.
That's an S. That's folded cloth.
And then this one.
I'm trying to look for that one.
Well, I saw them together, so that's why I drew them together. And I don't know what they mean. So this is a folded cloth. It's not a cane or a staff.
No, folded cloth.
Folded cloth.
The other one, I don't know. It's probably, I mean, I haven't got all of them here. So that's probably one of the other symbols.
Yeah, and it could even not even be a symbol. It's just one of their graphic designs because I just happened to stumble on a book that had stuff in it. So whatever. It was still, it definitely came from a book of graphic designs, Egyptian graphic designs. This was fun, Fran. This was really fun.
Pretty good.
Yep, pretty good. You
See, there's another one there that I don't know. Oh, that's a number, I think. It looks like a flower.
Oh, this one.
No, this one here.
I can't see your screen.
The same as yours?
Can't see your screen.
Can't you? Oh. Sorry. Sorry. That one.
Oh. Well, one, it's upside down, so I'm not sure, but...
I keep forgetting because it's
right. Yeah. That is cool looking.
Looks like a sort of tulip or something, sideways tulip.
Right, and that's what. And I saw these 3 things here are flowers that I saw because you mentioned lotus, so I went and looked, and this is what came up. They look like tulips with. They look like tulips with stamens or whatever coming out of the top.
Yeah, exactly. They come with more than one petal coming out. Yeah.
Right, like brushes, like hairy brushes or something. So
A scribe is not one of these these symbols here, but there's the scribe.
I can't see.
See? Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah,
The
right.
scribe.
Yep. Yeah, I wanted to do that one. That's yeah. This
And the one I call the traffic lights, which I can't remember
Right.
what it is.
Yep.
Looks
Yep.
like a traffic light to me.
Yep.
See,
I
there's a
like that
beagle
tip.
and a duck and upraised arms, sandal strap. All these ones that are not included in any of these. So there's others that there are that I don't actually have a clue as to what they are.
Right, what they mean. That's what I said
Yeah,
about
you've
it.
got more information than me there.
And then if you put two together or three together, it maybe becomes something else. So yeah, that's
exactly.
that's a whole college course that I'm not going to take.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. Yeah, I think that's enough for today.
That's it. It's been wonderful. I'm so glad I got to play with you.
Yeah, it's been great. I've been wanting to do it for a week, hasn't it?
Longer than that, got canceled and redone. So
Yeah. So there we go. So we will now say goodbye, and thank you so much for joining us. And we will end the broadcast, and we'll let you know if and when we do another one. But I think that's fairly comprehensive. So we've got our box nicely decorated. I will put these on with glue, and there we are.
bye, Tori. Bye, Teresa, and whoever, Janice. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.